Hi, Spout Loreans. Abdul here with a quick pre-show announcement. If you haven't heard, this coming Monday, August 26th, is the day that we will be launching the first season of our bonus show, Mallbrats, on a brand new public feed with newly scored and remastered episodes. Launch week is going to be pretty huge, with a brand new episode dropping every day. And we're also doing a collab with our friend, the incredibly talented artist, Casey Golden, where she'll be drawing the Cool Treat Kids in her own amazing style. Launch weeks are hugely important for new shows, so we're asking all our listeners to please go and subscribe to the new feed, which is live right now. And when that first episode drops, listen, rate, review, all that good stuff. We genuinely love this show so much, and we think you'll love it too. We're also going to be doing a bunch of launch week giveaways for listeners of the new show, where we'll be giving away custom Spout Lore merch packages from our friends at Fantasy by Numbers, with amazing pins and ornaments and coasters, all with custom Spout Lore art on them. And also, one lucky listener will win the one-of-a-kind Cool Treat Kids character art that Casey is creating. If you'd like to enter to win Casey's gorgeous artwork or any of the amazing merch packages that we're giving away, all you have to do is click the link in the show notes and head over to the new feed and subscribe. Then, when the first episode drops on Monday, rate and review 5 stars or more, and make sure you sign the review with your Discord or social handle so we can find you to give you your amazing Spout Lore memorabilia. From everyone here at Spout Lore, thank you so much. We hope you like the new show.
Let's listen to the theme music.
Music.
Brand new theme song for a brand new season.
No,
Ready? It is 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to McCall. We're gonna have a ball. I'm not so good at songs, but welcome.
Welcome
to McCall.
Pretty good.
I love that you said you're not good at songs right after you just rhymed.
You just badass rhymed a song.
I'm not so good at songs, but hey, welcome to McCall. Boom, boom.
That's the McCall national anthem.
Yeah, Jessica's doing a dance move that is like, you see it in like 80s music videos that happen in malls.
Which was what one?
Boom, 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 crust it.
A bunch of other stuff.
McCall. Most of the McCall national anthem is visual. It's pretty confusing for people.
Because the dwarves are very like...
Yeah.
They're very, like, they're kind of like, you know how bumblebees communicate through dance? Dwarves too.
Oh. I like that they have a lot of big dance nights, though.
They
that's
totally
where
do.
things
Socialist.
go.
Yeah.
We work hard, we play hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We got blood feet tonight.
Gather round, friends, let me tell you a tale of 3 heroes, noble and bold. A brute, a druid, and a thief who is but 9 years old. You know them by name, you know them by deed. Their quests are famously daring. So here I sit, singing to you an adventure that is worth sharing. Tucker's the brute, he knows not his home, he loves to sing and fight. Fingers half elf, he shifts his shape and wields a spear with great might. Billy's a thief, his tiny size does mask the largest heart. Best and brightest they may not be, but their friendship outweighs their smarts. So gather round, friends, and listen close, for the tale's about to start.
There were dice in that as well. Wow. What a way to start. Good day. Good day. Good day.
Good eye.
Good eye, everyone.
Season 7, we're all Australian
We're
now.
losing our minds. Welcome to Spout Lore. I'm your game master, Shawn O'Hara. Joining me as always, playing Tacoma the Dome, the Barbarian, Abdul Aziz.
Hello, everybody.
Playing Ving, the half-elf druid, Paul Oppers.
Hello.
Playing Fat Billy, the halfling thief, Jessica Ty.
Hello.
When last we left our heroes, the season ended on a pretty tense note. You arrived at the Eye of the Storm, which you discovered to be both a confluence of spiritual and thaumic energy, as well as the tomb of the moon goddess Lillian, wife of Chimes, the patron of sailors. Perel was present under the influence of the water monster, whose name we never had a chance to introduce.
What? It's not Piss Monster.
No, it's not. I was going to write a tweet that was like, sometimes I think about how I came up with a villain that was the disembodied ambition of a wizard that lives inside magically charged water that it uses to possess and destroy people. And a throwaway joke had it named the Piss Monster for 3 years.
Isn't it named Pilar?
It is named Pilar. Thank you, Jessica.
Okay.
Because that is a name
Piss
I accidentally originally named Perel before switching to Perel for some reason.
I think we just forgot, and then we had to think of it again. We were like, it was like Perel, the hand sanitizer.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the water monster had called itself Perel. That was the name that it gave itself.
You mean Pilar?
See, this is how it happened the first time.
It's fine. It's more of an evil sounding name than Perel.
Yeah.
Perel sounds a lot nicer than Pilar.
Yeah.
Pilar's like Saruman,
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
whereas Sauron is like really nice sounding.
Gandalf.
We all know. We've all read the
We've
Lord.
all been there.
Yeah, the
We
Lord of
all
the Rings
watched it.
trilogy. We know it. There's the Friendship of the Ring, the Twin Towers,
Friendship of the
and then the
Twin Towers.
And then Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Mac. That's it. Okay, at the tower, the Tomb of Lillian, we discovered that the water monster was possessing Perel's body in an attempt to release Lillian for some dark purpose. But because of the things that we introduced and things I didn't consider while we were introducing them, the water monster was unsuccessful because it was near impossible to work magic in the base of the tower.
Yeah, because the floor was made of wardstone.
Yeah, and there was spiritual energy everywhere, so it was just this water and oil thing that made it almost impossible for them to do what they needed to do.
just like how Perel couldn't cast spells in the spirit world.
Exactly. Ving shapeshifted into a Thunderbird to talk to the king of the Thunderbirds, Shipbreaker, into helping them defeat whatever was going on, which ended up kind of successful, but kind of not, in that Shipbreaker decided to destroy the top of the pillar, while also going out to destroy many more places in the world.
Which we haven't found out about yet.
Yeah. There's probably stories coming in from sailors that are like, it is really bad out there right now.
Who did that? Who did that?
There was a town here, I think. It's not there anymore.
It's just glass now.
Where are the people? Billy, in such close contact to spiritual energy, started taking on his fairy form and began to forget his life as Billy.
Mm-hmm.
And Ving and Billy had a really nice kind of spiritual buddy cop scenario they were working on.
Where Ving shapeshifted into the storm.
Right, into lightning.
Into lightning.
A pure bolt of magic lightning.
Which Billy then used, he guided with like the spiritual core of the axe.
Yeah.
The axe.
Good God.
Yeah, I
that's
conducted
so
it with
cool.
the axe, and then I was bringing it to Tuck.
You destroyed the bullywugs with it.
Yeah.
I remember that. You destroyed all the bullywugs that Pilar had brought with him. Tuck threw down with the water wizard, who, without access to the magics that he was used to, was just transmuting the air into harder air, basically making a hammer out of wind.
Mm-hmm.
While Ving and Billy found the spirit of Perel pushed out of the water monster's body, his own body by the water monster, and helped him get back into the body after Tuck finally, once and for all, severed the connection the water monster had to Perel's body.
Yeah, I killed him. And I said that prayer at the end.
Right, invoked the killer.
The patron of killers. Because it was an execution.
Yeah.
Because Tuck doesn't usually kill people.
He does. Yeah, Tuck is more like, I'm fighting to defend someone, or I'm
Yeah.
fighting because I'm mad.
Yeah.
I'll break something, not kill somebody.
Yeah.
But this force had to leave the world.
Yeah. And then after that, we went outside and the storm had stopped.
At least abated.
Yeah.
And you saw the coronet ringing the last remaining moon of the planet. And that is where we ended. And since then, it has been 4 months, and you, 3, for the last season, have been living in the ancient city of McCall. We have arrived in Tuck's homeland.
You guys get to see all the bars I got kicked out of as a kid.
Abdul will show you the map of McCall that he came up with. And we'll broadly talk about like the neighborhoods, so we have a rough idea of where things are.
All right. So the city is broken up into two above ground regions. There's the upper ward, which is where the old city used to be. So this is the old dock city. And then down below, there's the lower ward. And that's where all the rich people live because it's closest to the water. And also the rich in McCall, we were thinking would be like kind of like the religious right in America, where it's like they're also living down there because they're like, we live close to the God of the Flame, who's rumored to live in the middle of the Broken Shores, which is the Salt Flats. So there are two broad regions of the upper ward. There's Cliffside, because it's like where the bay used to be, and then it drops down underneath. And like right on the edge of Cliffside, there's a neighborhood called the Stilts because the cliff is eroding. So all of the roads are wooden and all the houses are on stilts to keep them from falling down. And every few years, there's like a collapse, basically. That's why like all the poor people live there. And then as you get further out, closer to the desert, you get kind of nicer and nicer. This is like sort of the suburbs out here. And this is called Stepside, like the kind of more suburban neighborhood. So there's Cliffside and Stepside, and there's the upper ward and the lower ward. And then there's where the Dwarves live, which is what we established with Brent, which is underground, and that's the deep ward. So there's three major parts of the city.
But I bet there are stairs down to the lower ward. But when you get down to the lower ward, the light guard's like, if you're from the upper ward, they're like, what are you doing here?
What the fuck are you doing?
They just follow you around.
Yeah.
Like,
You're not really welcome there if
Yeah.
you're from Cliffside. Is there anything else important?
What else? So the reason McCall exists in the first place is that the lighthouse and the steps that give Stepside the name were built by like an empire of giants that have long since disappeared. And those are the giants that orcs believe that they're descended from. Like the orc culture is the God of the Flame went to war with these giants, defeated them, and we're what's left.
Yeah, and that's why the Tallow Road is so wide. It's like a really wide road because it was originally built by the giants. Like, and that's why the city...
The lighthouse is much bigger than it should be.
Way too big. And it actually goes down to the bottom of the bay. It's the only stable part of Cliffside.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of people build onto it.
It's built out of the cliffside?
Oh, maybe. Like it's the same
like-
stone.
As the Cliffside?
Mhm.
Maybe,
Yeah,
yeah.
it could be.
Yeah.
And the Tallow Road is named after...
Oh, I had an idea for this,
I
actually.
had an idea too. Yeah.
Okay, well, you tell me your idea.
No, I want to hear both.
Was it about candles?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was my idea, too.
And they brought it in from the port because
Yeah.
that's where they would have harvested the...
Oh my!
Yeah.
The giants would have harvested the fat from the giant sea serpents and then brought it
Oh,
in.
yeah. And so the Tallow Road is named for the fact that it brought candles into the city.
Oh.
That's so sick.
The
And
fat
of course,
and for lamp oil.
and candles would be so important in McCall because of all the underground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the God of the Flame, so there's a
Yes.
religious element to how much they like candles.
Culturally, the dwarves in the Deep Ward are much different than the people up top because they're all basically socialist. They're very pro-union. They think that labor should be protected, workers should be protected, and they care for their community. Like the people that can work provide for the people that can't work. Everybody's taken care of. Because actually, Jessica and I were talking about this. They would consider the craftsmanship put into their society the same as the craftsmanship they put into their work.
Yeah.
So like having a sturdy, well-made society is just as important to them as like making good things.
Are the dwarves the keepers of the Great Gravy as well?
Of the Great Gravy? Maybe, because I mean like they take care of the poor as well. And I actually imagine that the poor from up top can come down and like
Yeah.
get food. Maybe there's like gravy houses where
Yeah.
it's just they have really high quality food they're always making.
I wonder how many of those Billy's been banned from so far.
He's like,
We take care of everybody, but there's a line.
Come on, you
There's
gotta stop.
There's a
coming.
little statue that they pass around it, like, do not let this boy
Do
in.
not, sir.
yeah, and then I'm like coming in all my disguises, and they're like, Billy, you gotta stop. Like they're really nice to me, but they're like,
Come
this
on,
is
dude.
for people who need it. I'm like, but you don't get it. I need it too.
Yeah,
They
it's
call him Billy the Bottomless Pit.
there's a little statue that they pass around to show Billy which one he's allowed to go to. They go, oh, there it is.
There's like a rumor where they're like, when they're talking about them, they're like, I heard he out-ate a bear at the Bear in the Chair. It was fucked. The bear got depressed and also got diabetes.
He kind of indirectly killed it when you think about it. Yeah, so that's the basics of McCall. So you've been living here for a few months. Where do you live in McCall? What neighborhood?
It's a middle class neighborhood.
But it's on the edge of the stilts,
Yeah.
or what the folks call the sticks.
So you still live in the Cliffside neighborhood, which is the poorer area of McCall's upper ward. We're going to post a whole map and explanation of the city of McCall, but not in the absolute worst part of the city.
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of like sort of a trendy up and coming area that used to be pretty rough.
Yeah.
It's not fully gentrified, but it's still cool. A lot of
Really?
artists in this part of town.
So like the Chinatown of McCall.
Yeah. But rich people are starting to move in.
Yeah, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
but like you can still kind of find like nice apartments.
If you really dig deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you are living in a 2-bedroom apartment made like, a pretty regular sandstone building, like the most places in McCall are made out of. You have a roommate. His name is
Oh my god, isn't it plates or
No.
something like that?
Casual
plates.
plates.
Yes.
I hate this name so much.
Okay, well you wanted us to have a roommate and we want to name him Casual Plates.
Yeah.
So,
And we call him Cash.
okay, Cash I'm fine with.
Okay.
Cash is a name.
Maybe his middle name's Ewell. Like Emmanuel.
Casual.
Yeah, Al, because it's in like Arabic, in,
Casual.
yeah, plates.
Casual plates. All right, you know
Casual
what?
plates.
We figured it out. That's a name. Casual plates. I hated it. Casual plates. I can make work. Okay.
We've been harassing Shawn on Discord for 5 months to name a character Casual
I'm
Plates.
so relieved right now that we made it a real name.
What was the steakhouse you drove by? It was
Oh.
like something.
big.
Mr.
Wasn't it
Banks.
like Original Joe's? Or it was like an
No,
Original
it-
Joe's
no.
menu.
It was Mr. Mike's
Mr. Mike's
Mr. Mike's.
Steakhouse.
Oh,
Yeah.
Casual Steakhouse.
Casual. That's the thing that
Yeah.
didn't make any sense. It was Mr. Mike's Casual Steakhouse.
Yeah.
It was just like, why is that adjective in the name of this restaurant?
Makes me want to eat there less.
Okay, so you live in a 3-bedroom apartment with Cash.
3.
2.
Well, I mean, I assume.
No.
I thought it
I
was all
assume-
we all share one room, and Cash has one room to himself.
All right.
We have the small room.
It's
too,
cheaper
'cause
that
we're
way.
Paying the smaller portion of the rent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we split rent
Yeah.
2 ways. Billy, you can live for free.
But you know what? Thankfully, it is top floor. There's only 2 floors, but you're in the top floor.
That's not bad.
So that's
Cool.
nice. You kind of have a roof that I imagine Ving makes pretty good use of.
Yeah.
Meditative wise. And Cash is a totally normal guy. And you guys have had a real problem with that. Because you're like weird, adventuring creeps, freaks. And he like works for the city. He's just like a clerk. He does paperwork. To put it, not too fine a point on it, he hates you guys. It's the
Whose name is on the lease?
It's Cash. It's Cash's place. And the kind of thing that's like, oh man, he's a nice enough guy, but like his parents did buy this place for him.
Oh, he owns it.
He owns it.
Oh,
Holy
man.
He owns this apartment. It's not
Oh,
really nice, but his
wow.
parents did pay for it.
Fuck.
And he kind of acts like a dink about it sometimes, but he does need the money because he doesn't get paid very much.
And also because he had a girlfriend, but she dumped him a few months ago.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
he needed a roommate.
So his girlfriend lived in the other room?
No, it was their office.
It was her crafting room.
yeah.
They're doing work from home stuff.
Yeah.
She did pottery.
Oh,
She had a
yeah.
pottery studio, and he honestly
They spent too much time in this apartment. If she had an
Yeah.
office or a pottery barn off site, that would have been way better for the relationship.
So he's sad and mad.
And he works from the city, and he comes home, and like Billy has like, done whatever Billy does in a living room.
Yeah, cleaned out his side of the fridge.
Yeah. Ving has like weird plants in jars all over the place. Tuck is just mostly nude all the time.
I put the flap back down. I was airing it out, man. God, you expect it to live in the confines of this flap all the time?
In a common space like the living room? Yes. I do. Put it away.
Flip.
But something I want to know is what each of you have been up to since you've been in McCall for the last like 3-4 months. Start with Tuck.
I'm working as a bouncer at a punk bar.
What's the bar called?
It's called?
Barbarian.
Yep, that's what it is.
The bar?
It was the first one to come up with that name.
Oh, maybe it's just called The Bar.
Yeah.
And people that like that kind of music are called barbarians because all those shows took place at The Bar.
Yeah, and it's a really old, like, it's like, when you go to Germany and there's like punk bars that used to be like churches.
Yeah.
It's just like 400 years old.
All the other
sick.
buildings are built above ground, but this one's carved out of the floor.
Yeah.
Out of the ground.
Cool.
And it's actually a huge place because it's from when the city was a giant city.
Oh, I bet
Oh.
one of the walls is like one of the foundational walls of the Tallow Road,
Oh, yeah,
Cool.
totally.
which is that main road that goes from McCall and connects it to the ocean.
Yeah, it connects to the current bay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
awesome.
port.
So one of the walls is just underground is just ancient bricks.
Yeah,
That's
huge.
so- yeah, giant
Fucking
stones.
massive,
Yeah.
giant, like flagstones.
Cool.
And it's like, I don't know if you've ever been in the Biltmore. It's kind of like that vibe where it's
Yeah.
like low ceiling, goes really far
yeah.
in.
yeah,
Cool.
that's really cool.
Yeah. I get paid an hourly, but I do get dental.
Nice.
That's strange for a bar.
I know, yeah, but I guess they just have a good dental plan.
Well, I guess we have talked about how McCall is very unionized.
It's super socialist.
Yeah.
So even if you are contract work, you can get.
Good benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
That's great. I like
That's
that.
how fucked up our actual world is that we put benefits into the setting of our fantasy world.
And we're all like, wow, that's
This is a really
amazing.
cool thing.
Even if you have kind of like a weird part-time job, you're not at constant danger
Of becoming homeless.
of becoming broke or dead.
Yeah.
Cool. And during the night, he just like watches shows. Well, I guess he probably works at night.
Yeah, he works mostly at night.
Yeah.
He's just at the door most of the time.
Yeah.
He watches shows for bands that he likes.
Cool.
He'll like duck in and he'll put a trench coat around a rock. And he'll put it there. Honestly, it's fine.
You can let
Nobody
it-
tries to start shit.
If anybody does try to start shit in a bar like this, they quickly regret it.
Bar is kind of like a sort of safe zone between different, like it's like dwarves go there, orcs go there, humans go there. Even people who live down in the rich neighborhood in the
Yeah.
lower ward are like allowed to go there. And it's like, you don't fuck with people at bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
What's my boss's name?
Something with a G.
Greg.
Greg. Greg, Tuck's boss. Greg the orc.
What can be Greg?
Greg.
Greg.
Greg the orc.
Okay.
Yeah. He's missing a tusk.
Cool.
He's just got the one tusk, but it's like carved. It's a
Oh.
very elaborately carved tusk.
Nice.
Sick.
Yeah. He's like older. He's like an old punk, basically. He's
Yeah.
like in his 50s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Grizzled.
Huge holes in his ears. Whoa.
Yeah. He doesn't wear those things anymore, but his
Yeah.
earlobes just droop a lot.
Sick.
Yeah. Cool. What's Ving been up to?
He does outreach with the dwarves.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
What does that look like?
He works night shifts. Dwarves are all underground and they're very socialist and they take care of their own and they kind of take care of other people too, them poor. But they are mostly underground is what, right? We kind
Yeah.
of talked about.
They
kind of,
they live in the neighborhood called the Deep Ward.
so
Yeah.
he's kind of like a go between the deep ward and some of the upper wards.
Oh, I see.
You do outreach to like the people who need it in the upper
yeah, and the
ward.
sticks.
Yeah. Cool. And you and I were talking about it. Ving's had a pretty rough time after the Eye of the Storm and since coming to McCall, yeah?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
So let's talk about that a little bit.
Oh god. Okay. What do you want to know?
Well, I mean, I think the biggest thing,
No more shapeshifting.
Ving cannot shapeshift anymore.
He broke his shapeshift.
So what has led to Ving not having access to shapeshifting anymore?
Well, in order to become the elementalist, he has sacrificed his ability to shapeshift and to take on the forms. Also, he's a vegetarian. He went that too. He's doing that. He's just kind of like, I can't take advantage of other beings. I think it's like he was concentrating on this in the lower levels of spirituality, the things, the creatures that walk on the earth, and spending his time with that and feeling bad about that. And now seeing that he was taking advantage of that, he has given up that level that walks on the earth and is into the broader spirituality with the spirit of fire, the spirit of air, the spirit of water.
Awesome.
Sick.
Yeah, and also he had a real hard time with that because his mom, right? She's
Yeah.
a human druid, and he felt like he was giving up on that, but he also had to let go of that part of his past too.
Yeah, that's a huge sacrifice.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And he's
That's
also been
intense.
studying martial arts, which he calls Vinci. And he's been coming up with his own thing. And he has a set workout schedule, and he always makes sure he goes to that at 6 o'clock in the morning after he's done his shift doing outreach.
So Ving's just shredded now.
Yeah, he's getting
At
pretty
least
shredded.
after like 3 months of working out.
like sinew shredded.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like dried steak.
Just up on the roof, like stripped to the waist, doing martial arts forms.
Yeah.
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 You could see his 8-pack from the street. I mean, it's only 2 floors, so it's not that impressive, but
Pretty impressive.
still cool.
Still pretty cool.
I feel like Ving is like when he showed up, he's like that mysterious stranger, and all the women were like, ooh. And then now everyone's just like, holy fuck, that guy's so hot.
And a little weird.
Very strange. Moss arm,
Yeah.
gills, some kind of monster man.
Yeah, so he's really holding his own form-wise.
Oh.
Pretty sweet. And we're going to release a character creation episode that explains all of the new class changes so everybody's on the same page. Because everybody is a completely different class now. So what's Billy been up to in his time in McCall?
He goes out at night after Tuck and Ving thinks he's gone to bed. So they tuck him in, like, good night. Billy's like, good night. But he goes out and he goes underground to play with, like, the other thieves in the city, like kid thieves.
Cool.
There's a lot of, like, orphans who, like, have had to band together. So he'll, like, play with them or help them out sometimes. And it's also, like, nice and cool underground. And he gets to adventure. And then in the daytime, he comes back. He follows Ving back home, but Ving doesn't know. And then when Ving goes upstairs on the roof to do his exercise, Billy goes in the fridge, like the ice box, and goes to sleep.
Nice. In the ice box.
Oh, that's great.
I was going to say that Cash probably doesn't mind living with you all, actually, because you're gone during the night. But
Yeah.
he would probably mind finding Billy in the ice box every morning.
But I tell him, I'm like, look, I'm really fat and I don't do well in this heat. And look at my rosacea. Like, it's just so bad. This is the only place I can be comfortable.
Oh, that's so cute.
I love it. Can you give me a name of, like, one of the orphan thieves that Billy hangs out with?
Sure. His name is Kevin.
Okay. Kevin the Thief.
Oh my God.
We're back. We're back, baby. Season 7.
There's another thief named Bethany that I also play with, and they're brother and sister, and they're about my age, like human life. Billy's still 1,000,000 years old. What do we do? Well, at first Billy just like was hanging out mostly for like the fresh air, and then like came across these like ragamuffins who they're like, "Are you another one of us? Like, are you a new one?" And I'm like, "Yeah," because I didn't know what they're asking.
I like that ragamuffin is shorthand for, like, street child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm also a ragamuffin." And they're like, "Where are your parents?" I'm like, "I don't know." And
They're like, nice, you're in.
yeah,
Story checks out.
And that was truthful because Billy actually didn't know where we were
Yeah.
at that exact moment.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I don't know.
Work?
Yeah. So we mostly spend our time like stealing food or clothes and stuff like that, rooting through like dumpsters, figuring out which ones are our favorite. We also play games like we dare each other to go to the water tower to get like the cleanest water from the rich people zone.
Nice.
Billy's really good at it.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Such a sick kid dare.
Yeah. And then Billy also sometimes teaches them like some tips and tricks, but they can't do it really well because Billy realized that it's like his fairiness. So he uses his binocs to help them, stuff like that.
Oh, and I like that the other kids have taken to doing their
Yeah.
but it's just like it works for Billy, so like, yeah, it
It
works
must
for
work
me
for us.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Have you guys come across any Ifrit?
Oh, what do Ifrit look like again?
They're like,
Little shadow demons.
yeah, they're like made of like shadow and night, and they're demons of malice that come out
Oh.
and hunt the urchin kids at night.
Yeah, Billy sees them all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you see them when other people don't?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Cool.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Maybe connected to some changes that Billy's undergone lately.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Which we will elaborate in the season 7 character creation episode.
That's so sick.
That's really cool.
Have you had to fight any of them?
I never have to fight them.
Because you just avoid them.
No.
No.
Oh.
They
Whoa.
avoid you.
Whoa.
They avoid Bill.
Holy shit.
Cool.
Fuck, that's so sick.
That's exciting.
That's also
Yeah.
sick for like Tuck if he knew it. He doesn't know, but
No.
if he did, because when he was an urchin, he was like,
Terrified.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of still is.
Billy just talks to the Ifrit.
Whoa,
Whoa.
fuck.
Guys, I'm so excited for season 7.
I'm so excited too.
I'm so excited. Cool. Okay, yeah. So that would be actually, so Billy's out and sees a Ifrit and stuff like that. So something that you would all have realized at this point after living here for a few months is the light guard in McCall are much more prevalent. They're basically the police force of McCall. I think the Torches light guard are like an elite force, basically. They probably have some stupid name like the Immolators or something like that.
Such fucking dipshits.
Yeah. So yeah, they're basically the FBI to the regular light guards beat cops.
Do they have powers?
Who can say?
Fuck.
Not as
rumors.
much as the Torch of McCall. The Torch of McCall is well known for being like able to command fire, which is insane to people.
I want to know how we got from, like, who picked us up? How did we got here? I guess
I think
Chives.
I think Chimes probably
Chives took us all the way.
He was like, "Oh, you
just
wanna
call
go
him
to McCall?"
Chives. I don't want to ignore that. I call him Chives.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So I don't think you necessarily went to McCall right away.
No.
But something that you learned after you defeated Pilar at the Eye of the Storm is it was a couple weeks. Everything was fine at first. Perel started acting really sullen and weird, and it seemed like he was hiding something. And then he came to you, Ving, one night, and he explained that he is unable to perform magic now.
Whoa.
He doesn't know why.
What?
But he thinks that during the fight, something in him was severed, and he can't cast spells anymore. And
God.
he's scared. And he thinks that if there was a place where he would be able to find out what's wrong with him and what he can do about it, it would be the Margani Library.
Oh, that makes so much more sense.
Great.
Ooh,
Yes.
sick. So that's why we're here then.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I guess you guys agreed. You're like, yeah, dude, we'll help you.
Yeah, we don't give a shit about anything,
I
man.
mean, if there is one precedent in this group, it's that you care about your friends more than the world.
And of course, our $5 a day per diem.
So you owe us $5 a day to take you to fucking McCall, man.
Also,
sure.
the endless gravy that you two promised me.
Shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need that 5 coin a day so we can buy that fucking gravy for Billy.
Yeah. Is that a cool hook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
Perel is magicless and he wants to
Yeah.
get into the library?
Actually, I thought, like, I'd forgotten until now, but I was in my head a while ago. I was like, oh, we're going for the library.
Yeah.
Well, what I was going to say is that the reason that you're still here is that Perel has been unable to gain access to the library. And he's trying really hard. But it's like every day, he doesn't live with you guys, I don't think.
Where does he live?
He probably has his own place.
With what money?
I mean, like, he's not going to live in the same room as all of you. That's not going to happen.
Maybe he came to look at the rental and he's like, guys, I thought this was 2 bedrooms. And we were like, yeah, but like Kaj lives in the other one. He's like, I'm going to get my own place.
Yeah.
He's like, all 3 of you are living in this room?
Yes, you can have your own place with us in this room.
Yeah, there's 4 corners.
Yeah.
I
There's
mean-
4 of us.
There's 4 of us in 4 corners.
Let me look something up.
That's such a funny kid thing.
Something to consider is being adventurers who have traveled the world wide. You have a shit ton of money. You have more money than some people will ever see in their lives.
I think we haven't clued into the fact that we're rich, though.
No, but what I'm saying is that you have a decent amount of money. So Perel is probably like, can I have a little bit of that money?
You're gonna buy stupid fucking clothes with it. No way.
I'm saying that he probably has like a quote unquote studio apartment really close by.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's maybe like even in the same block of buildings.
I can imagine him being like, all right, guys, I finished decorating the place. Come take a look.
And he just has his old robe pinned to the wall. And he's like, what do you think?
Hand-drawn pictures of frogs everywhere.
Don't look at those.
But he also has a gallery of hats. And we were like, you used some of the money for hats?
Well, I was lucky enough to find a cheap apartment.
What, do I not get a per diem? Yeah, so Perel lives nearby. He's been trying to get into the library. They're very secretive, very insular.
Why? Well, how does he try?
I think
How
he's
do you get
trying
in
to
the library?
join. Like he's trying to become a librarian.
You have to become a librarian to get into the library.
I think they have a public
Yeah.
section, which is like books on botany,
Yeah.
books on how to brew beer.
Golf Digest.
We did go one time, and there was like a whole row of shelves that were Golf Digest,
Yeah.
and then also another row of shelves that were Love and Lusts.
And like a whole section of mud affairs that is like you can't rifle through them.
Because of their porn.
I challenge the 3 of you to come up with
One more
another
book.
book.
Okay.
Okay.
There is not an entire shelf of Love and Lust. One, because that's one title from one book.
Golf Affairs.
Mud Weekly.
Love and Mud.
Mud Digest. You
The
guys.
Farmer and the Beat.
There we go.
It's a children's book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, that's cute.
A halfling wrote it.
Billy likes the children's books. He can't read them, but he likes looking at them.
It's a pop-up.
Yeah, so there's like a public section of the Margani Library that's very sanitized. There's no controversial information. There's no super complicated texts. And Perel's like, I gotta get into that restricted stuff. I have to.
There's tension between the Light Guard and the librarians, right?
Yeah, the Light Guard, under the command of the Torch of McCall, which is a surprisingly long time,
Mhm.
is much more militant in their hatred of demons as they've been in the past. Because McCall was a pretty cosmopolitan place for a long time, and there just were demons in the city. And it sucks. Like, if Reet were a problem, absolutely, they killed people. But, like, you know, you could just have a demon of music who lives near, like, down the street, and he's totally fine.
He's a music teacher, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody loves him. He's a facet of the community. But over the last 40, 50 years, it's become like demons are a threat to your safety.
They've been demonized.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're a threat to this city.
There's see something, say something posters around.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Block,
yeah.
block watch.
Totally.
Fuck.
People report on their neighbors and are like, they're a demon for sure.
And I bet the library, like what they have available for the public, is so sanitized because they are trying to avoid tensions with the light guard.
Totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
because the light guard is like, you're hiding something. Like, they believe that the librarians are hiding something, whether it's information. There are rumors that it's actual demons.
Well, the light guard worship the god of flame, and the library is burned down so much. So there's tons
Totally.
of tension there.
But I'll bet that it was the fucking light guard that
Totally.
that
Oh, yeah,
burned
totally.
down the library.
Totally.
And actually, there aren't really clear accounts of that last fire, but it said that the death toll on both sides was pretty high. But there hasn't been an assault on the Margani Library in a long, long time.
So do people know it was an assault, or is it like that might have been?
No, they
the
say it
light
was
guard?
an assault, but they don't know. It's not clear who it was.
So it was intentional. It wasn't accidental.
yes. Yeah, because there was like a battle.
Oh.
And they were like, somebody burned down the library. We don't know who.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And then that's when they moved into the salt mines.
Yeah, so that's kind of the current climate in regards to that. Perel has had a lot of trouble over the last few months in his attempts to get restricted information from the library.
What were some of the attempts?
A fake mustache.
A real mustache.
A real mustache. He tried to grow a mustache.
Yeah.
It was wispy as fuck. We all made fun of him before.
Yeah.
Too bad you can't transmute that thing into more hair, eh, bud?
So, like, he's tried to join the librarians before, and he's just been, like, soundly rejected because he's just not tough enough.
Well, because the librarians are also the
They're a martial force, basically. So, like, the librarians are pretty intimidating.
and the firefighters in town, aren't they? You said?
Yeah, they fight fires. They organize firefighting forces as well. And so Perel is still in the process of trying to figure out.
So he's failed the physical test.
Yes,
so
he
he's been
has.
working out,
and
too.
you won't let him live it down.
Does he work out with Ving?
Yeah.
I think he's been trying, but he's kind of an older guy. He's like having trouble keeping up. So that's where we are in the current timeline. We open on morning in your apartment. What does your apartment look like?
Tiled floors
Mm-hmm.
and stone, mostly like walls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine there's like awnings to keep the sun out.
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I imagine the windows were like, you know, those like thick things that just let light in?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like thick glass blocks that you can't see through,
Oh,
but it
it's so
kind of
ugly.
lets
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so tacky.
Yeah.
But it's like kind of for heat, sort of. It like keeps heat out and lets light in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and it's just like a morning, I guess. Things on the roof exercising
Mm-hmm.
with Perel, who's huffing and puffing as he's trying to do push-ups. Tuck is home from work.
Yeah, he just got home. He's taking his classic long end of work shit. And Cash is trying to get in to
Trying to get ready for work. Yeah. And I think it is the kind of thing, like, I think...
And it's a long shit.
yeah, he's like knocking on the door.
Both time-wise and physically.
Yeah.
Tacoma? Tacoma.
Just chill out for 2 seconds.
I have to be at work in half an hour.
Yeah, but I ate so many Bergam fruits at work. So I'm busy clogging the toilet right now.
I'm busy clogging the toilet.
You know what's going to happen in here.
He just keeps rattling the doorknob and then he stomps away to his room. Billy is...
Oh, I've burritoed myself. For some reason, I sleep in the icebox, but I still use my blue blanket
Oh, yeah.
for comfort.
Well, you know when you have all the windows open on a
Yeah.
winter day and you stay under the blankets? So
Yeah.
cozy.
Yeah, so he's laying there on top of the apples and under
Under the burritos.
under the burritos that Tuck brought home from the bar
Mhm.
and under Kaj's lunchbox.
Yeah, and Billy's just rustling around in the ice, and then all of a sudden light floods the icebox, and Cash is standing there like,
Good morning, Kaj.
"Good morning, Billy. I'm just gonna grab my lunch."
Of course. Do you want an apple?
Just takes it out of your hand. He wipes it on his shirt.
I already cleaned it, and it's the nicest one.
How much did you clean it?
Well, not with my tongue this time. Like, you didn't like it when I licked it clean, so I just rubbed it on my blanket.
And he walks to the kitchen and he turns on the tap and starts washing it.
I try so hard, and you never like what I do.
I gotta go to work. I'm not gonna do this right now. And he walks.
Close the door.
He walks over and closes the icebox door, and then you hear step, step, step. Door open, slam.
Oh, he didn't brush his teeth.
That's a good point. He didn't have time. He has to walk. He works all the way in Stepside, so he has to like hustle.
Oh, no, right. You said we live in Cliffside.
I think you're maybe in that zone between Stepside and Cliffside. There's a lot of disagreement where the two neighborhoods start. It's like, oh, no, it's near this tea shop. No, because if it's near that tea shop, I live in Cliffside and I do not live in Cliffside.
Right.
It's like that kind of thing.
So we're like in one of the... I guess Cliffside is sort of encroaching into Stepside with like the gentrification that's happening.
Oh, totally.
It's sort of on the border.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so he has to walk all the way to the city if he can't catch one of the trams in the underground. And
Trams.
Oh, yeah, because we talked about in the episode with Brent, there are trams in the Dwarven Underground, in the Deep Ward. So I imagine that there are like entry points for the trams above ground so people can take basically subways across the city. Because it's a very spread out city.
It's sort of like underground mine rail cars.
Yeah,
is
totally.
what they used to be. And then they were repurposed into trams.
Yeah. Dwarves love reusing things.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, they really love repurposing
I
old
like
shit.
them a lot.
Yeah, me too.
I love that we made a socialist race.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
I wonder why we're so interested in socialism in our fantasy world. Cool. Yeah. So I think Perel is up there working out with you, Ving. And what's Ving's current exercise that he's doing?
It's like a breathing exercise based on whatever animal's closest. So there's a hummingbird that just came and was eating out of this flower that's nearby. So he's like... What's wrong, Brel? Can't keep up, old man.
And he basically just like falls back on his hands, like catches himself, and it's just like,
You're not going to get in the library like that?
no, I'm not. Stop. Can you stop, please? Please, please, stop. He does that hands down thing, press the air out of him. It's useless, Ving.
What?
I'm just not that kind of person.
What kind of person are you?
I am a magician.
Who can't wield magic?
He takes his glasses off, which he was wearing while he was exercising, which is probably part of his discomfort. And he's like wiping them on a cloth. If they're not going to accept me like that, I'm not going to be able to get in. I won't be able to join the librarians. There's got to be another way in, though. And he his eyes widen, and he jumps up to his feet, and he runs down the stairs, and he runs to the icebox. And he opens the icebox, and he looks at Billy. Billy.
What?
Billy.
What? I'm sleeping.
You want to help me steal something?
Yeah.
And I think we cut to the three of you crammed on like the living room couch. And Perel standing in front of you with his hands clasped in front of him.
It's a lazy boy.
I'd like to thank you all for joining me.
It's a single person couch. So I guess I'm sitting on the bottom, and then Ving is sitting on my lap, and then Billy's sitting on his lap.
I was thinking Ving was probably sitting on the arm.
I'm perched above Tuck's shoulders. My legs are coming over top of his shoulders. I'm sitting with my butt on the back.
I grabbed the ice from the
Yeah,
fridge,
bring it
and I'm
with you.
sitting on
in
it.
a bucket.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So that took a lot longer to get you all here than I would have liked. This orientation was very confusing, and it was kind of pointless. But I'd like to thank you all for joining me nonetheless.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just go around the room.
I'm Tacoma Dome, the barbarian.
I am Ving, the unknown.
You're welcome for us being here.
You are Perel.
Oh my god. Maybe I shouldn't do this.
Yeah, why are we doing this?
Why are we doing
Okay,
this?
all right. I would like the three of you to help me break into the Margani Library.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
down.
sure. Yeah, well, of course.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're a
100%.
friend.
I thought this was going to be a way harder sell.
I'm so fucking bored at work. I honestly haven't done anything cool or interesting for 3 months.
I work at night. I got my days are free, bud.
Yeah, and I mean, I've run around stealing things all night. I mean, like...
What?
Billy, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? You've been asleep in the box.
Yeah. Yeah, I sleep all day and all night.
Billy, why are you making the face that you make when you lie?
You're a terrible liar.
Billy, where have you been? What have you been stealing?
I just it's too hot. It's too hot in the house, and so I went down underneath.
Yeah.
Where it's cold.
Down to the deep ward?
Yeah, and I just and I met some people.
What kind of people, Billy?
Kevin and Bethany
Okay.
and some others, and we just run around.
You're hanging out with urchins?
Yeah.
Do you know the rules to stay safe from Ifrit?
No.
Do you have any saffron?
What the
No.
fuck? Are you
Billy.
serious?
We told you don't leave the house with a saffron.
Yeah,
sorry.
We told you don't leave the house at night
Oh my
because there's
God.
Ifrit on the streets.
They're fine.
No, they're not.
Yeah, I talk to them all the time.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Wait, you can talk to the Ifrit?
Yeah.
What do they say?
They don't have much to say. I talk to them. They're really mad, though. And they're really sad. I think they just need someone to listen.
Did either of you know about this?
No.
No.
They don't do anything to me. It's fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Perel pulls a notebook out of his pocket and flips it open and writes something down and then closes it.
Did you just write down Billy speaks to demons?
Sure did.
Okay. I don't think we're going to forget that, but it's a good thing we wrote it down.
And Tuck takes out an extra bag of saffron that he always has with him, and he's like, Billy, I don't care if you can speak to demons. You have to take the saffron with you.
Fine. Sometimes I just eat it if I get too
I
hungry.
snatch it away
Fine.
from him. I'm like, this is to carry, not to eat.
But you know how hard it is for me to not eat what I'm carrying.
So I take one of Kaj's Costco muffins out of the freezer and I give it to Billy. And I'm like, here, you eat this.
Yeah.
And you carry this.
Fine.
Say it. No, you point
Okay.
at them and say it.
Okay. Muffin. I eat it.
Yes.
Saffron?
Saffron. I don't eat it.
Yes.
Can I make a thing that it's encased that Billy can't get in?
I mean, I guess you could try elemental mastery.
That's catastrophic. Open up for catastrophic failure.
Oh, fuck.
Ving is much less, he's good at some really specific things, but he's much less broadly powerful than he used to be.
He has like a jar with a rock lid on it, and he's holding it, and he's like thinking about it, and like make it unattainable for Billy, and then he just tightens it really tight, as tight as he can.
That's what we do is we just like put it in. Oh, fuck, what seals down really hard?
Mason jars.
Mason jars.
Yeah, we put it in a mason jar and then
Sorry.
Tuck like reefs on it. Can I roll to make it
Strength?
too tight for him to open?
No, I'm going to say you can make it too tight for him to open.
I haven't rolled at all yet.
Yeah, let's
Roll
roll.
whatever.
Roll
Okay.
strength.
2d6 plus strength.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Great.
Wow.
So now it's not
I'm
as
gonna
effective
aid.
as you wanted it to be.
I'm
Can I get
gonna
an 8?
aid.
How are you aiding?
What do you mean? I'm my thing is always to rub
my
his
God.
shoulders.
Ving tightened it and then Tuck tightened it.
Oh yeah, I tightened
yeah.
it first. That's
2d6
great.
plus bond.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. 7
Great.
plus success.
So now you have a little jar full of saffron that's too tight for Billy to open.
it's a tiny little jar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We attach a little string on it so you can wear it.
Here you go.
Okay, I put it on. I'm like, I'm sorry, Tuck. I'm sorry, Ving.
Don't be sorry.
You just got to stay safe.
You just scared us. That's all. It's not your fault.
Okay.
I also forgive you, Billy.
Okay. You don't live here, Perel.
I live like across the street.
Yeah, well, you don't live here, and you're not the boss of me. They're the boss of me.
Billy, you're the boss of Billy.
Anyways, Billy, you know kids, little kids?
I do.
And they're thieves like you, urchins?
Yep.
Billy, do you know how to get into the library?
I could ask.
Cool.
Okay. Can you get a hold of the kids?
Yeah, but not until like tonight. They're busy sleeping right now.
Where do you
Okay.
meet them?
I can't tell you.
Cool.
Okay,
No, that's a good secret. You're
so-
a good man.
So Billy has the saffron. He apparently is impervious to demonic influence. Do we let him go meet the kids and then get him to report back tomorrow?
I mean, yeah, that's, I think, I'm
Heck
comfortable.
yeah.
As long as you have saffron. Also, if you see demons and they're coming for you, find streets made out of wood. Head to the stilts.
No, it doesn't matter. They don't bother me.
If they do, just remember to head to the sticks.
Fine, yes, I head to the sticks.
Head to the sticks.
Yes.
What do you do when you see a demon that's coming
I
for
run
you?
to the wood, the sticks.
Okay. Thank you, Billy.
Get on a wooden road, okay? They can't get you if you're on a wooden road.
Yes, Tuck.
Tuck is actually so scared of Ifrits.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
So we cut to the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Billy goes to meet Kevin and Bethany. Are they human children?
Yeah.
And where does Billy meet them?
Billy meets them.
The Dwarven stuff we haven't really established. Like the underground,
Yeah.
it's just, we just know that it's the Deep Ward and that there's a lot of stuff going on.
Billy goes to a bakery nearby, and they keep their windows open at night to air it out.
Mm-hmm.
And so he crawls into them,
Mm-hmm.
and into the basement. There's a hatch door that opens up to below,
Mhm.
where like they usually do like a lot of their like deliveries and shipments.
Yeah.
And he goes in that way, and then he meets them. Like it's about a 5-minute walk.
Well, maybe there's little passages around town where the vents
Mhm.
are where it moves cool air around the city that
Oh,
need it.
true.
Yeah, that's why you found them maybe initially, because you were hanging out in the vents, which is the coolest part
Oh,
of the
that's
city.
true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just it's just by event.
Yeah. So you're sitting by a vent and Kevin and Bethany, when you get to the vent, they're already there.
Yeah.
Can you describe Kevin and Bethany?
Yeah.
They both have dark brown hair, darker skin. They're pretty skinny, and they're about like 4 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
How
And
old are they?
They're like 9.
Okay.
Yeah. What do people in McCall wear? I guess a lot of white.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a galabea. You know those like long white
Oh yeah.
dresses that
Oh,
dudes
yeah.
wear? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. But they're kind of like dirty and tattered.
Yeah. So they're like definitely not white anymore, but
Mhm.
it was a white linen shifts.
And it's long sleeve to keep the sun off.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
theirs have been like worn so much that they've just like cut off
Well-
or torn off the sleeves.
Yeah, and they
Mhm.
mostly hang out at night so they don't
Yeah.
worry
Yeah.
about the sun.
And then Kevin's got shorts underneath, like basketball shorts.
Nice.
Yeah.
It says "and one" on the
Yeah.
side.
And Bethany wears ballet slippers that she found.
Oh,
In the
that's
dumpster.
cute.
Yeah.
Also, Kevin's probably doing this classic Middle Eastern boy thing where he's standing in front of a fan and he's got his shirt
Yeah.
up.
And it's
So
blowing up his
It's
shirt.
blowing up his shirt.
Yeah.
You can make a wind tunnel with your shirt. It really cools you down. It's
Yeah.
like having air conditioning.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah. And Bethany's doing the same thing too, because she's like, oh, you're right. That works really well.
Yeah.
And Billy comes up. He's like, oh, wind tunnel time.
And
Cool.
Kevin looks down and is like, hey, Billy, it was really hot today.
Oh, it was. I had to stay in the fridge all day.
You have a fridge?
I mean, it's not mine, but yeah, I stay in there.
That's so cool.
Yeah, the guy who has it, he doesn't like me sleeping in it though.
Oh, he sounds like a wiener.
Yeah, he kind of is a wiener.
Yeah, he sounds like a wiener. That's
Yeah.
Bethany.
Um,
Bethany's a little bit. Are they twins? Oh, maybe they're twins.
Twins.
Yeah, they're like paternal twins, non-identical twins,
Irish
fraternal.
twins.
Yeah.
Irish twins, just born 10 months
Oh my
after the
god,
other
yes,
one.
exactly.
Yeah, so they're just like, what do we want to do today?
Actually, I need your help. Well, a person I know needs your help.
Oh, okay. So it's business time. And
Yeah.
he like straightens his outfit and leans up against the wall and puts his hand under his chin. What do you need, pal?
Do you guys know how to get into the Morgani library?
And their eyes both widen. And Bethany's like, why would you want to go there?
Well, a person I know just needs to read some books, and they don't have them available, like, for everyone, so I just need to help him get in. He's a really nice guy. There's nothing, like, evil about him, for sure. I know that. I know it doesn't sound like he wouldn't be evil.
Because me and my friends drew the evil out of him and murdered it.
Yeah,
We murdered the evil that was inside
he
him.
did.
Kevin's like, I don't know, Billy. It's a pretty dangerous place. I heard that some kids go in there and they never come out.
They never come out.
They never come out.
Do you know anyone who has?
Not personally, but we've heard the stories.
Who? I can find them.
There was this little kid. His name was Wally, with an R.
Oh, Rory?
Yeah, Wally.
Yeah, okay.
And some other kids dared him to go inside the library. And so apparently there's a place pretty deep under here somewhere that connects to a part of the library that no one has been in a long time.
Oh my gosh. Do you know how to find Rory?
Nobody found Wally. He
If he
went into
got
the
out?
library and he never came back.
No, but I said, do you know anyone who's gotten out?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Sorry, I got a little scared.
it's
scared.
okay.
I'm thinking about the library now.
It's okay, Kevin.
Have you ever seen a librarian?
No.
They're big,
Yeah.
strong. They can read chapter books. I heard one time there was a kid's his dad I knew, and his dad went and tried to steal a book, and the librarian just hit him one time, and he fell right down. He was okay after a couple days, but he pooped in his pants, and I don't want to poop in my pants.
Diarrhea.
He had diarrhea in his pants.
I heard there's a place. I guess I don't know who the fuck I'm doing, but I heard there's a place that this is a kid.
This is another kid. Another kid. This is a dwarven kid that was walking by.
Yeah, he's like short and squat. And he's like, I heard there's a place that the librarians know that they can punch you and you shit your pants.
What?
Yeah. Librarian and Kevin like steps out into the tunnel and he's like, librarians are so fast and they're tough, and he's like chopping at the air and he's kicking, and they know all these ways of hitting people. It's not good.
Oh man, I don't really have a choice, but we have to get in there.
Maybe we could find some stuff on how you can get in. Maybe we can find out where that tunnel was.
Okay.
I don't know. And what I'm basically saying is you got to roll something.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to use connections.
Great. So what is connections? Read out connections again. It's been a while.
When you put out world to the criminal underbelly about something that you want or need, roll plus charisma. So on a 10 plus, someone has it just for you.
2d6 plus charisma?
Yeah.
Nice.
10.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, someone has it just for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you just like tell Kevin and Bethany that you need to know where this entrance is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think they probably get back to you with somebody that night,
Mm-hmm.
but you just kind of hang out
Yeah.
near that bakery or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just standing there at the vent with my shirt up.
Yeah. Eating baklava.
Yeah.
Just stolen.
Yeah, when we cut back to it, there's like 6 kids there.
They're all just with their shirts
Yeah.
up. It's pretty nice. It's so cold down here.
We have to take turns like penguins because the
Yeah.
vent isn't big enough for all of us.
So cute.
Man. Also, I have this clear memory of doing that exact same thing where it's like, I get 5 minutes on the vent and then I'll run to the kitchen, get baklava, run back. It'll be my turn again.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
It's so funny. Okay, yeah. So I think Kevin and Bethany come back in a few hours, and they are excited. They're still scared, but they're like, Billy, we found somebody.
What?
They requested to remain anonymous.
Okay, that's fine.
That's what they said,
Yeah.
but we know. Okay, and I don't know.
Yeah.
But where is the entrance? It's gonna be a problem. I'll say that much.
I was thinking it was the bottom of a well.
Oh, that's a good
Perfect, yeah.
idea.
So it'd be a well underground.
So what the wells in Cliffside go all the way down to the bottom of the deep ward to like the.
Okay, I'm very
Groundwater?
confused about the wells. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, because my understanding is that it's like a cistern, basically, that they haul water up to and then fill.
Oh, I was thinking it was like water gets piped to like an underground lake.
Oh, okay. And then they draw it out of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
what if the well is covered?
Oh, so you don't know where it is?
Yeah, like you don't even know where the well is, but there is a
Like
well.
it's an
Oh.
old well that they like decommissioned, covered up.
Yeah.
So they say it's somewhere in Cliffside
Mhm.
is the entrance to this well. Unfortunately, they don't know where the actual entrance to the well is.
Like you can't see it or something?
No,
Or-
it's like covered up.
Oh.
They did say that it was somewhere by the lighthouse,
Okay.
but it's like old and like weird because it's like the White House is like pretty far from the library. But that's what they said.
Okay. Thanks, Kevin.
No problem, Billy. Hey, if you go and can you bring me a picture book?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go find my dad's now. And I'm gonna let them know.
Okay, bye. And he turns around, he puts his shirt up to the vent immediately.
Bye.
That's a huge reveal for Kevin that he has dads.
Oh, maybe that's just what he thinks because every time Billy
Billy
goes
says-
off the date,
yeah.
they're like, good luck, pal.
Okay,
You get out there
Billy.
and you find your dads.
Yeah.
They're out there somewhere.
Yeah,
You can do it, Billy.
Wherever they are, I'm sure they love you.
You find him one of these days.
I will.
Bethany waves bye too.
Bye, Bethany. I'll bring you
Bye.
a book too.
Cool. Can it, like something with like some heft to it.
Oh, like a not picture book.
Yeah, no, like a chapter book.
Whoa.
Wow.
I'm thinking I'll be able to read one day, and when I can, I want a nice book.
Okay, I'll pick a really good one.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, so he climbs up back through the bakery and then he listens and he can hear the bar. So he's like just running.
And
And he's like It's so hard. And then he looks in his pocket. He's like, I guess I don't need all this baklava. So he like takes like a bunch out, but he keeps some.
Yeah. And what's a like desert pest? Just rats?
Lizards.
A bunch of rats run
Oh,
out. And a big
lizards.
lizard.
Lizards,
A
yeah.
pretty big lizard. A bunch of rats and one big lizard.
So I throw one of the treats at the lizard. I'm like, just eat it. Get away from me.
Skitters off into a corner. Where's the bar?
It is in Cliffside.
Okay.
I think it's like kind of adjacent to the lighthouse, sort of like down the street a bit, right on the
road?
on the Tallow Road.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
the Tallow Road goes from the Tallow Gate all the way to the lighthouse.
Cool. So yeah, Billy, you get to the bar, you hear like like really loud music coming through the walls.
Yeah, so I cover my ears and I run to the entrance where I see Tuck.
There's a pretty big crowd. Like it's McCall's nightlife. It's thrumming.
Oh God, I'm talking to an asshole at the front of the line.
Bro, I'm on the list.
There isn't a list.
Let me see the list.
The list is me deciding if you're cool or not.
There's not a physical list?
no.
Then why do you have a list?
This is a grocery list.
I want to see your manager, bro. I want to see your manager.
Hey, so I called Greg. I'm like, Greg, this guy wants to talk to you.
What do you want? Oh God, don't make me do this.
You set this situation up. I did.
What do you want? I'm on the list. I can't do it. I'm on the list, man. There's no list. But okay, fine. I'm not on the list. I assume there was a list. It's a trick that's worked before. Get the fuck out of here, bro. He just leaves.
He just goes to the end of the lineup now. Okay, I'm trying to
Yeah,
make a
okay,
couple
back of the
hours.
line.
Yeah.
And Billy comes skittering up
Yeah.
with his hands over his ears.
Billy, what's up?
I have a secret.
So I picked Billy up, and I'm
Okay.
like, Greg, can you watch the door for a second?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Hey, Billy. And he reaches out and he ruffles your hair.
Hi, Greg.
Okay, fine. All right, cool. I'm trying to connect.
Sorry,
It's fine. I'm not great with kids.
me neither.
All right.
And I'm like, Greg, I've let in 40 redheads and 60 blondes, and I walk away.
Don't count them like that.
And 2 women.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's you two.
Yeah. And
You step a little bit further down the street.
Okay, what's up?
So I talked to Kevin and Bethany, and they told me that there's one way that we can get into the library, but it's through a well that's been covered up. And they said it was by the big tower, by the lighthouse.
Okay, it's a disused well.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, where does Ving work again?
He works down below.
He works in the deep ward.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he comes up and does outreach with people in the poorer districts.
Oh, right. Are you down in the deep ward right now?
Yeah, I am.
Oh. Ving might know someone in City Works.
Okay, I'll go find him.
Well, I'll come with you.
What? But you're working.
Greg,
What?
I have chlamydia.
Yeah, okay.
And also want to leave work.
You could just say you don't want to be here. We're barbarians, man.
Okay, I have to go take care of my kid.
Yeah.
He has diarrhea.
I have kids. You don't have to explain yourself. Just go.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And Greg turns around and is like, yes, no, yes, yes, no.
And I turn to Billy and I'm like, that guy's a fucking master at the crap.
Tell me everything I know.
Yes, no, yes. 5 coins. No. Yeah, so you just head down to where Ving works?
Yeah.
Does Ving work in like a society, like an association?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it would just be like a deep ward institution.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, you're talking to, I guess, one of the dwarves that you work with. Who's this dwarf?
Crunch.
Crunch. Is that a given name or an adopted name?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do dwarves sound like? Do they sound just like people, I guess?
I think you made the one dwarf sound like she was from Transylvania.
She was kind of from Transylvania.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lawrence.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay, Ving. So what we are going to do today is you take the dry
Ice.
ice, which is cooling other things like
Yeah.
food.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just give them the ice. Don't give them the ice.
The
Dry ice is very dangerous.
Just saying we should probably hide it in something else because the people really want the dry ice.
Okay, no dry ice. Change my mind. No ice.
Very handy up there.
I'm going to say 50%.
If we could disguise the dry ice as wet ice.
Oh, so we put it in what? No. We've been in trouble for this before. Okay, so you just take it, you go to Stepside. There are some people that have been displaced by a cart dealership, and they need a little help.
Yeah,
So you go do that.
I've been there before.
I'm going to go inside and reconsider our dry ice policy.
You can go crunch the numbers?
I'm going to go, oh, God. And he just turns around and walks inside.
I love him.
Yeah, I love this guy. I like these two's dynamic.
Get your little crunch.
Oh, I just came up with a really stupid curse for
Yeah.
dwarves, like a Jesus Christ kind of thing.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, hammer and tongs. And he just turns around
Fucking
and walks
sick.
inside. And you're just out there, I guess, counting stuff when Billy and Tuck show up.
1, 2.
Bang. Hey.
Whoa, hey guys, what are you doing? Billy,
I have a secret.
you look very
He's
excited.
bouncing in my arms.
Wow, what are you counting? Food?
I don't care anymore.
Okay.
I'm counting my best friends. 1, 2.
So I found out how to get to the library, kind of.
What?
Kevin and Bethany said that there's an old well that's covered up,
Okay.
and it's by the lighthouse, but they don't know exactly where it is. But that's how apparently you can get into the library.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, good work.
Yeah, we were wondering if from your work down here you knew anyone in City Works that would know about disused wells, like in the sticks.
Yeah. We can go talk to the dwarven people down in what's it called? The underworld?
Deep Ward,
The deep
where
ward.
you are right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where I work.
Yeah.
Where you're standing currently.
What's it called down here? Downstairs.
Yeah, a tram goes by. It's just like click, 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 click.
Like on the roof.
Yeah, upside
Oh.
down.
Oh.
They do that thing where they just like sometimes the tracks twist around in weird ways.
Oh, yeah.
But the cart always stays upright.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there is like a really terrified kid from the low ward, like in there.
Help. What would be the administrative center of a ward as opposed to a city?
Oh, I think City Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, City
Yeah.
Hall. Okay, so
But
yeah,
it's
like
decentralized
Like-
with these guys, so what's that going to look like?
I think we
council hall?
Oh, council
Oh,
hall.
like a-
Community hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a meeting area.
Yeah. I wonder if it's elected or if it's like a lottery from each of the like industries.
Everybody takes turn on this.
Yeah,
council.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
it's not like I live my whole life to be a politician. It's like I have an anvil and I'm representing the anvil people.
Yeah, and
This
I
time.
have to do
Yeah,
it.
they're making me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's that, but it is a council. But the council has a lot of turnover. Yeah, so the council hall would be a place where they would keep records of different construction stuff, city stuff.
Yeah, it's possible that they came upon a well.
I had an idea there. I was like, oh, they actually keep like a mental record
Oh.
where it's not like paper files because dwarves live so long that there's just like people that are record keepers.
So that is true, I think. And I think they're called the codices. And there are individual codexes for different things.
Sick.
So like there's a group known as the codices, which is like there's the, you know, the well codex or whatever, the infrastructure codex.
Uh-huh.
And they just remember like 500 years worth of shit.
Oh my god.
Sick.
Cool.
The waterways and stuff.
Totally.
So they're like 500 years old.
Yeah, dwarves I think they're like lobsters. They're functionally immortal until they are, you know, killed or something like that, or they get sick.
Oh my god.
We
Wow.
introduced this in Cruel Runnings where it's like the older they get, the more they just turn into rock.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
They get really
yeah.
craggy. So the codices are probably just like almost lumps of stone. Like they're just like, what do you want?
Yeah, some of the really old ones, they get nicknames of Old Stone.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
So I guess you guys had probably never talked to a codex before.
No.
No, why
Yeah.
the fuck would I do that?
All right. Well, you're going to be really disappointed when you get to the council hall. The deep ward stuff closes up top. Stuff doesn't really close in the deep ward because there's no really day-night cycle. People go to sleep, but then people just take their place. So the council hall is thankfully open. And there are a bunch of people in the opening hall, and there's like administrative people behind desks. There's just lines everywhere, tons of lines.
Vink just walks up to the front. It says, hello. We need to talk to the codex.
Back of the line, please.
Blamba. It's me, Vink.
Who have we met?
I brought you a bunch of dry ice last week. You had that party.
I am unfamiliar. You got to roll something. You got to convince. You're basically standing next to a line full of frustrated tradespeople.
Okay, it looks like you have a lot of people lined up here.
Yes, I
And
do.
there's only one administrative person.
Yes.
I have a limited knowledge, but I'm very good with people. I can help you work your way through this line double time. We can get these people through and get them back to their lives, and back to helping everyone. I will help you. I'll put in a good amount of volunteer hours if you just let us go through.
Volunteer
I'm
hours.
a very voluntarily good person.
Roll parlay. Volunteer hours was the right way to go.
7.
Plus
my charisma. 8.
Whoa.
Yeah, so she says, okay, fine. If you can help me figure out if these people are even in the right lines, I will rush you through.
But I mean, what are they waiting for? We don't know.
It's people that are looking for permits, people that are looking to talk to experts. Like, it's a big administrative line. It's a city hall lineup. People here for a lot of different reasons. There's a person that just has a goat, like a huge goat on a chain.
Yeah.
There's a person that's carrying something that looks like molten metal in a barrel. Like, it's just a ton of shit.
Can we just start going around talking to them? Billy? Tuck?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we can totally do that.
Ving goes to the goat. Ask him what he needs.
Defy danger wisdom?
Damn it. 6.
I can aid.
2 plus bond.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Snake eyes.
So you each get a point of experience. That's fun.
Sick.
That's
First
nice.
point.
So you're all... It's a pretty crowded place. You said that there was just one. It's not... There's a ton of people, but there's a ton of different administrative lines. It's very stressful, very confusing for you because you don't understand how that works down here.
Obviously, we just fucked everything up.
But you're all kind of deep in the crowds. And you hear lots of voices. People are getting frustrated because you're making it worse. 100% you're making it worse. You're like, okay, goat, go over there. Guy with goat, don't go with goat. Goat, you go over here, goat man. Billy's just walking around through people's legs, like tripping people up.
And Tuck is like, I know how to deal with lines. I've learned from the best. And I'm like, in. 5 coins.
And the dwarf that you were talking to is like standing on her desk now, like, no, stop. Ving, you're like, okay, I don't even understand what's going on. And you turn and you're like, hey, you, what line is this? And it's like evangelical permitting. You're like, evangelical permitting? Why would there be like a religious line down here? And you hear from the doorway of City Hall, okay, everybody get out of my way. Move it. Official light guard business.
The hair on the back of Tuck's neck sticks up.
And you
straightens out.
You turn around looking from kneeling on the ground from where this goat has just taken a huge shit. And you're trying to help clean it up. And through the crowd, you see Fathom.
And Tuck, he slumps down as far on the ground as he can get to try and meld himself into the crowd of dwarves so Fathom doesn't see him. He's in the goat shit.
And that's where we're going to end it for this week. I'm your game master, Shawn O'Hara. Joining me is Tacoma Dome the Barbarian, played by Abdul Aziz.
Oh my god.
Ving the Half-Elf Druid, played by Paul Oppers.
See you next time.
And Fat Billy the Halfling Thief, played by Jessica Ty.
Oh no.
Thanks to Aaron Reed for our amazing intro and outro music. And thank you, supporters, for all of the ways you support. We love you. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, the internet, at Spout Lore, most places. I'm really excited to be in season 7, everybody. I'm having a good time already, and I hope you are too. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
And so ends the tale of adventures 3, who tried the best they can. Though dumb and scared and lost they be, fun times abreast in revelry. And though our journey may be like a conclusion, we will not leave you without a resolution. Return next week to hear some more whilst you commute or do your chores. And for you, I'd gladly spout more.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.
In a world of covert culinary criminal coalitions,
Giancarlo,
Oui Chef, reformed criminal and celebrity chef Butch Orson,
prepare the brigade.
Oui Chef, is dragged back into the dark realm of criminal kitchens.
Behind.
When old rivals threaten his life's work.
Corner!
Butch is brought back.
Hot.
No.
For one. Last. Cook.
Open Pandora's oven.
Yes, Chef!
John Wick meets Hell's Kitchen in Yes Chef, a comedic actual play adventure of kooky culinary combat, refried revenge, and untold gastronomic horrors. Yes Chef is out now on the Dungeons and Drimbus podcast feed. Butchie, a genuine pleasure to see you.
Spout Lore is proudly a Spout Lore Studios production.
A podcast for best friends by best friends.